Alright, I want to do a video on Tactacam Fish-i. I've had a lot of people interested in filming some of their fishing or even their hunting, and they say they don't have the software, the ability, or the know-how to get the video from here and on their phone and edit the video. So I want to have a little short video on how to get your video off of this onto your phone, and just how easy it is to take that clip and cut it down into something small like 30 seconds and then text that out or put it on Facebook or whatever you want to do with it. So first thing, this is Tactacam Fish-i. It's full HD, it's waterproof. This has an extra, I put a tethered 3M piece of 3M tape with a tether on it so I can hang my camera. I can clip it onto my boat if my mount breaks. I don't lose my camera. You could just take the cap off, take the micro SD card out, and you could put that in your computer that way if you want to edit your films that way. The battery on these is the exact same as the Tactacam 5.0, so if you have some Tactacam 5.0s, you got some extra batteries. So a little bit about how these work. Push this big button right here, it turns it on. When it comes on, it's going to automatically start recording. You're going to see it's got full power, four lights are on. If it's flashing, it's recording, which is what you want right now. Green mode is the loop mode, so it means when I come push this button, it's going to save from that point back 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever I set it in my app, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. But so if you're fishing, you catch that fish, you weigh it, you get the length, you throw it back, you get your pictures and everything, you throw it back. You're going to walk back to your camera that's mounted on your boat. You're going to push this button one time. Push it, it's going to vibrate, and it just keeps on recording. And so it takes it from that point, and it's going to save back 3 or 5 minutes, making sure you get every aspect of that, setting the hook and everything. So now how do I get that video from here onto my phone? Well, the first thing you're going to do is want to pause your video. So we don't want this flashing anymore. To turn that off, to make it pause, we're going to push this little button one time. So you push that one time, and now it is paused. You notice it's not flashing anymore. So now we're going to push the same button, but we're going to hold it for about 8 seconds until this light comes on, which is your Bluetooth light. This light right here, it'll be blue, and you'll feel it vibrate. So I'm going to push that and hold it. Alright, the lights come on, it's vibrated. So now I can find this on my Wi-Fi of my phone. So let me set this out of the way. Alright, kind of hard to see. Alright, so on my phone, go to settings, go to Wi-Fi. You're going to see one that says Fish-i right there. It's going to be a bunch of letters. Connect to Fish-i. And so now you can come to your Tactacam app, your Fish-i app, Tactacam Fish-i app, which is different than your Tactacam Wi-Fi. So if you're 5.0s, you're going to use this one, but for your Fish-i, you're going to use this one. So I'll hit connect to my Fish-i. A couple things about this. One is right now I'm set for 5-minute loop. So right now mine's going to save every 5 minutes every time I push the button on the Fish-i. I can change that. I can click that and change it to 3 minutes. If you want to download or download from Wi-Fi a little shorter video to from your Fish-i to your phone, you might want to go with 3 minutes. I go with 5 minutes because I don't want to lose anything. I don't want to miss a good battle or whatever. So I keep mine on 5 minutes. This button in the top right corner is your settings. If you click that, you've got some settings. Most of them you don't need to change. The only one I change is video resolution. I think it defaults at 30. I changed mine to 60. So you can look through those if you want. But for this video, it's about getting our video that we took from the camera to our phone. The bottom right hand corner, this little button right here. If you click that, it's going to pull up all your video that it's on your Fish-i. And what we're specifically looking for are the ones that we marked and saved that have the little locks on them. Like this one has a little lock on it. I've already downloaded that one, but it's got a lock on it, meaning we hopefully caught a fish there and we went and hit that button. So it won't delete that video. It won't save over that video. So I'm going to try to find one. Here's some where got a lock on it and maybe we caught some fish. So I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to see if, and I'm going to have to move this around. All right, there's my dad catching a fish. So this one has some fish in it, but I could skip around. I could drag this little bar at the bottom until I knew for sure that we caught fish in this video, or what fish it was maybe. But I did see a fish being caught, so I feel pretty good about this video. There's one right there. So what I'm going to hit now is in the top right corner, this download button right up here. If I click that, it's going to download the full 5-minute video, which takes a little while. It's going to take about 3 minutes to download this whole thing. So I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to come back when it's done. Alright, so it just finished downloading. After the bar goes to 100, it just goes away and you get this. But you'll notice your buttons up here have changed. Instead of a download arrow, you get scissors and the share button. Watch your video, make sure it is what you thought it was. It looks a little better once you've downloaded it. And you can skip across it a little better and see what's on your video. You can turn it sideways too, if that helps you see it a little better. It is kind of hard to see sometimes when you're holding it the other way. So anyway, now that we've got our video downloaded, we're going to click the scissors up here in the top right corner. You'll notice a blue box appears around your video down at the bottom. It is a little different on Android. I think it's orange on Android, but it's the same concept basically, the way it works. So all we're going to do is I'm going to move these brackets, these blue brackets, to the part where the fish is. And this is my starting one, so I'm going to make sure it is right at the point where we're setting a hook or getting the fish. And the ending one, I'm going to make sure it's somewhat close to when we throw the fish back. And you can look up here at your times. So for example, up here we're throwing the fish back at right around a minute. You can see we're getting off the hook. It's at 56 seconds. So I want this down here. If I click on this, I'll see the times. I don't know if you can see that on that tablet. Yeah, so right around a minute. So that would be, I'm gonna move these bars to be inside that. So there you go. So that about 30-second clip I've got here is the catching of the fish, and at the end of that bar is about the time we let that fish go. And I could get real precise with it, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Then up here at the top where it says done, I'm going to click done. It's going to make that short 30-second video. It's going to take that out of that 5-minute video so I can watch it and make sure it's right. So it's 48 seconds. So it took that 5-minute video, it took the 48 seconds I wanted out of that video, and it made it its own clip. So now I can share that clip. So now on the top right, you're going to see a different button. It's that share icon. So if you click that, it's going to pull up your stuff. You can click messages, and you can type in whoever you want to text it to, and you can see the video is there ready to be texted out. Once you've done that, you can go on back. You can find another one and do the same thing with the next one on your list, whichever one you want to share out. Now, when you're done, let's say you've texted all the ones you want, you've edited them, cut them down, and sent them out, or you could share it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Once you've done that, you go back to your fisheye and you've got to disconnect it from Wi-Fi. So to disconnect, same way you connected. Hold this button down for about 8 seconds. It'll vibrate. Hold it again. About 8 seconds, it'll vibrate. The blue light's off, so we're not on Wi-Fi anymore. We're not recording at the moment because the light's not flashing. If we wanted to record, we'd have to hit that button one more time, and now we are recording again. To turn it off, hit that button and hold it for about 8 seconds. You'll feel it vibrate, and then all the lights will power off. And there we go. Alright, so a couple things that are in the future about these cameras. They're awesome little cameras. One remote can sync to these, where you can turn 5 of these cameras where it'll back save. When you hit the button on one remote, it'll back save up to 5 cameras, which is neat if you want to do that. The other thing is, in the future, a back cap. They're going to have a back cap that has the power port on the cap. So you've got a cable that lets you plug into this camera through the back cap and then into your cigarette lighter. so that you have power all day long. You don't have to worry about your battery running out. These batteries last about 3 hours, which is awesome for cameras that just constantly run. The other thing is the lenses are actually interchangeable. They're coming out with more lenses, a wider lens for if you're on the back of like a deck boat and you're fishing, deep sea fishing, you want to have cover a big area. They're going to have a wider lens, and then I think the other lens is a little bit of a zoom, like a 2x zoom for, I guess, bow fishing or frog gigging or something like that. But these are really cool. I think they're $200. They're very affordable, and they're awesome little cameras. They're waterproof. I'll have a little bit of video of some of them that I've used at the end.